Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just a Sip. I'm Tracy, and here we talk about beauty, confidence, and simple ways to help you feel radiant, grounded, polished, and present. This month, I want to broaden our conversation just a little bit. Throughout August, we're going to talk about wellness and self care, but maybe not in the ways you usually hear about these two terms. Because self care does not always have to mean a spa day, a vacation, a bubble bath, or buying something new. Sometimes self care is simply taking a few intentional minutes to care for yourself. And yes, your beauty routine can be part of that. Here's today's sip. Beauty can be something you do for yourself, not something you do because you think you're not enough. There's a difference there. When makeup becomes something we think we have to do to look younger, to hide everything, to cover every imperfection, or to be acceptable before we walk out the door, it can start to feel like an obligation or yet another obligation, another thing on our list. But when we change the intention behind it, the experience can change too. Instead of, I need to fix my face, the thought becomes, I'm taking a few minutes to care for myself. Now, that might sound like a small distinction, but I think it's a very important one. This is actually why the first step of my glow method is ground yourself. Before foundation, before concealer, before blush, before any of it, take a moment, prepare your skin, prepare your space, and look at yourself in the mirror. And instead of immediately looking for what's wrong, notice what is already there. Your face has lived. It has laughed. It has worried. It has worked. It has celebrated. It has made it through some things. And perhaps our beauty routines can be one of the places where we acknowledge that instead of fighting against it. For me, that might mean putting on my skincare and taking a moment with my face and deciding what I feel like doing that day. Some days it's a full makeup look. Some days it might be brows, mascara, a little blush, and a lip. And some days it might be moisturizer, sunscreen, and nothing else. All of those choices are valid. Self-care does not have to take an hour. I also want to challenge the idea that self-care requires a lot of time because most of us have real lives. We have responsibilities, we have families, we have work, we have appointments, we have places to go. And sometimes we simply do not have an hour to dedicate to ourselves. But what about 10 minutes? What about 5 minutes? What if you took 5 quiet minutes in the morning to wash your face, moisturize, put on a lip color you love, and ask yourself, what do I need today? This is self-care too. Maybe what you need that day is a little energy. Maybe you need some softness. Maybe you need confidence. And maybe you just need to slow down before you start moving. Your beauty routine can become a cue that says, I matter enough to check in with myself. This is not about more makeup, and I want to make that very clear. I'm not suggesting that wellness means putting on makeup every day. Actually, what I'm saying is almost the opposite. You don't need makeup to be beautiful. And you certainly don't need makeup to feel worthy. The makeup is simply a tool. And I really want to emphasize that the makeup is simply a tool. It can be creative, it can be expressive, it can help us feel polished, it can be fun. But the deeper goal is learning how to care for yourself in ways that help support you as a woman and support you as the woman that you already are. That's where beauty and wellness meet. And it is one of the reasons my own thinking about beauty has evolved. I love makeup. If you know me, you know I love makeup. I love teaching. Again, if you know me, you know I love teaching. But increasingly, I realize that what happens around makeup may be just as important as the makeup itself. The pause, the intention, the confidence, the permission to take care of yourself. So this week, I want you to try something. I want you, the next time that you sit down to do your skincare or your makeup, don't rush immediately into the first step. Give yourself a few seconds. Take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and ask yourself, how do I want to feel when I leave this mirror? Not, how can I look younger? Not, what do I need to cover? Not, what's wrong with my face today? But instead, I want you to focus on, how do I want to feel? Radiant, polished, rested, confident, present. Then allow your beauty routine to support that feeling. That is a very different way of approaching the mirror. So let's go into our mindset moment. And here's our mindset moment for today. Caring for yourself is not vanity. Taking a few minutes to tend to yourself does not mean that you're self-centered. And wanting to look good does not mean that you are shallow. Sometimes looking in the mirror and recognizing yourself again can be an act of care, especially as we move through different seasons of our life. Our faces change, our bodies change, our routines, our priorities, everything's changing. And instead of trying to become the woman we were 10, 20, or 30 years ago, perhaps self-care is learning how to nurture and celebrate the woman who is standing here today. That is the woman I want us to take care of. So, in closing, as we move through August, we're going to continue this conversation about beauty, wellness, and self-care. And I hope that we begin to think about beauty as more than simply what we put on our faces. It can be part of the way we pause, the way we reconnect with ourselves, the way we build confidence, and the way we remind ourselves that we are still worthy of our own care and our own attention. If this conversation resonated with you, please let me know in the comments. What is the one small thing you do that makes you feel cared for? It doesn't have to be beauty related. I would really love to hear your answers. And if you're looking for a simpler, more supportive approach to your own beauty routine, that's exactly what I teach through the GLOW method. Grounding yourself, learning what works for you, and owning your glow. I'll leave the information below in the description. Until next time, remember, you don't have to do more to be worthy of care. Sometimes you simply need to give yourself permission to receive it. I'll see you next week on Just a Sip. Keep glowing. Bye-bye now.